Good YouTube, Cardfight King here, Aqua Life, baby. You already know how it is. So like I told you guys, I will have that deck profile for you today on Wednesday. It's going to be a little bit of a late upload because we're out play testing and had to do some other things to do. But you know, we're here. Got it. This is only going to be phase 1 of Glory Maelstrom. Again, as we get in more play testing, as we get in more matchup knowledge, you know, I'll be coming to you guys with videos of that. I'm going to explain some of the cards, but I'm going to save a deeper explanation because I want to get into more of an application and general matchup when using certain cards in other videos. This is just going to be phase 1 of the deck from, you know, our first day of actually having our hands on the cards and play testing. So without further ado, let's get started and you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good news. Let's do it. So obviously starter is going to be Eric. I'm going to be playing 8 front triggers. Oops, where are the rest of my front triggers? Where are the rest of the front triggers? There they are. 8 front triggers. Easy explanation. You guys already saw the draw. 8 front, 4 draw, and 4 heal. So playing this lineup because, again, I feel like I have a good handle on my defensive, you know, defensive guarding, decision making and things like that. And I wanted, not only did I want a more, you know, aggressive trigger, but this also does provide a little bit more shielding, especially for, you know, the DP matchups, even Grand Blue to an extent, with a lot of people playing these decks now in the game. You know, the extra defense is definitely going to help. But front triggers on Glory is ridiculous. Glory's already, his ability is already a front trigger. If you have his second ability active, then just adding a front trigger on top of that, you can really end an opponent because they can't really guard a lot of the attacks since you have to one card guard, you know, all the things that we have to throw out. And when your opponent's on 5 damage, it is what it is. I mean, I'm going to try out a crit version of it, but fronts have been working really well, even in our previous build of Maelstrom. Fronts have been working out really well for not only pressuring opponents, but, you know, just giving our units. Plus, with Excel 2, the front triggers really help make up for that 5k power loss as well, since we're trying to get through the deck faster. For grade 1s, alright, so we're going to start off with our ride target. Ride target, Wheel Assault, best grade 1 in Aqua Force, hands down, easily the best. What he does, so his old ability, he had a counterblast to swap units. This one is when at the end of the battle that he boosted, you get to just swap 2 units, or cards. Fantastic. Then his other ability is when ridden upon, you get to counterblast 1, draw a card, call any card out. This allows really good early aggression plays. You get to drop like a Riptide from your hand. You get to drop an extra Maelstrom if you need it. You could just drop anything, but that extra draw not only helps us get through our cards in our deck faster, but, you know, if we're missing a rear guard or anything like that, this can help us get to it faster. Really fantastic. And again, his swap ability makes up for if you don't have like a restand or anything, or you want to fix your field a little bit, put him in the best position possible to help you with doing that. And, you know, he can make some swaps, which could not only extend your battle phase, but put cards in position to succeed, you know, for following turns. And then for the next grade 1s, we have 4 Nicholas. He's a really good card. He's your second ride target. So you want to ride Wheel first, him second. Him second as in if you don't have Wheel. What he does is when he's called on Vanguard or reared, search top 7 for an Algos, and after he searches, whether you find Algos or not, he gains 3k, so that's good for early aggression plays, really good as an 11k booster for nice poke columns, just a very solid card overall, and I got the SP, so that's really nice. And then 3, Calm Assault. Calm Assault, I put him in the deck because I was just testing him out today, really. I'm going to test out D-Nay next, and then a few other things, but Calm Assault really put in some good work today, giving that extra 5k on the 3rd or 4th battle. When cards swung really helped with power gains. A lot of the times, like I remember when I was playing against Grand Blue on a Glory turn, I had a title swinging for 24 with Glory, but then I used his ability to put him to 29, and my opponent, you know, couldn't block it because I went up a stage of guarding to where he needed a heal trigger or perfect guard to block him, and he couldn't. So Calm Assault really put in a lot of work today. I think he's definitely in the lead for a card that's going to stay in the deck. But I want to test out Dina. This is like really to me the only lineup that you really can change interchange out of your deck. Maybe I've seen some people cut Nico to 3, but I think Nico at 4 is just too good. It's him being one of your ride targets, and for what he gives you when you do have to ride him or use him. So so far he's been doing it. Like I said, this is only phase 1. Grade 2 are very self-explanatory. Grade 2s is very easy. Obviously, we have the boy, Algos. Yes, I am max rating this deck. It's going to take a while. We have XVRs and SPs to go through, so it's going to take a while, but don't worry, we'll get it done. I'm not buying any other deck other than Aquaforce till we get support next. Then we have my favorite card in all of Aquaforce since day one, my boy, Tidal Assault. I know that like in the Japanese builds, they've been taking him out from Metal Cut Sailor, the 12k grade 2 that has no shield value. I don't think that's a great idea or a good idea in a sense. One, the Japanese meta is different from ours. Most all their tournaments are best of 1. 2, not having this guy as a restander, now to me, not only hurts your glory turn in terms of getting extra attacks off, but it also helps you. He also helps you tempo against like Narukami or Kagero or anything aggressive, not having to commit too much if you need to, save certain things because everything's going to blow stuff up. So he is just too fantastic card. Plus, early game, he allows you to actually get off the the Wheel Assault Riptide turn 2 combo as well, or any combo. And he also helps enable Coral Assault on turn 2 as well, who we're going to get to next. He is just a fantastic card, and he will never come out of my deck, let's just say that. And then we have 4 Coral Assault. I love this card to death. Really easy. When he attacks, if you have 4 other rested units on your board, he gets plus 15k. And if you performed at least 4 battles in the turn, at the end of the turn, toss him into the soul and draw a card. Really good return value. Fuels Tidal Assault. Is a really nice beat stick. On a regular rearguard circle, you don't want to really put him on the Excel circle. You want to really save those for like Titles, Algoses, and any grade 1s if you are forced to call them out. Really just put him on a regular circle. He's 24k by himself, 34k with glory skill, an absolute beast of a card, and then being able to go into the soul and draw you a card so that you can go back on defense and then keep up the aggression is fantastic. I usually use his skill all the time, but I have seen some people that just leave him out on the board, especially against like a non-retired clan, just to have him as a beat stick going into next turn. So he does have a lot of different plays and applications for his use. It really just depends on the situation and the deck you're playing against, but there are a lot of different ways you can use and abuse him. Now the only hard part about him is getting those 4 other units in rest, which means that you do have to commit some to board. One thing I've been trying to do is establish a little bit of a back row with my grade 1s with Wheel. Always drop Nico, and then that'll make getting him out a little bit easier as well. So yeah, pretty good for grade 2s. On to grade 3s. Grade 3s, we're playing double Riptide. A lot of times I want to bump him up to 3. Sometimes I don't. It depends. But he is easily the most powerful rearguard in the deck in terms of raw attack power. On a glory turn, he's perfect guard or take the damage unless they've hit a trigger by the time you get to his attack. Then they might have the potential to 1-card guard. Obviously, you don't want to ride him, but you can drop him turn 2 with the Wheel Assault combo and swing for 30. Swing for 32. Easy damage. So still in the deck, still a really good card, but obviously you don't want to ride him. We got 4 OG Mael, my boy Mael. I want to do a discussion on him because playing in this new meta with him has changed a lot of things that I have seen in terms of being able to close out games. And put pressure on the opponent and their guarding capabilities. So I'm gonna do a bit of a discussion on him, going more in depth into how he is actually, used and is useful in this new, meta. And then last but not least, we got 4 copies of Glory Maelstrom. We've been waiting for him for a long time. He is easily our he's a bully, like my boy Shiga said, he's a bully. he really helps us close out games. Now, if you do ride him first, it's fine because his first ability is, you just counterblast one and you get the guard manipulation skill where your opponent can only guard with one card from their hand and they cannot intercept. So, really fantastic in that scenario. And if you have another Maelstrom of Soul, your front row gets plus 10k. And it's on activation of the ability. So, not if you activate his ability, then move something into the front row. They're not going to have, but the cards have to be in the front row to see his ability. And then, they'll get the power. So, with that, Glory Maelstrom, it's just a fantastic card. You want to get to him. I feel like you want to get to him as early as possible. And sometimes you can sacrifice riding regular Maelstrom, ride first turn Glory, and then ride this, depending on how you've pressured your opponent and what you have coming. What you have coming out. Like if you have like a Coral Assault, set up, you got some titles. Just depending. But he's just a fantastic card, and you really want to get to him. And a lot of times, you play Excel too because in your matchup sometimes you just really need to get to him as fast as possible, get him on the board, and start swinging in for games. Especially when it starts to get late game and your opponent's just hanging around there, blocking your Maelstrom stuff. You really just need to get to him. He's easily your best ride target. Fantastic card. But we're going to do more discussion on him because, again, I do want to go in depth on both Maelstroms, more so him, because we already know what Glory does. But being able just to slap Glory down and then start pressuring your opponent's hand for game is good. One thing is, Grand Blue can guard them pretty well nowadays. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. I will be, like I said, doing more discussion videos. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of matchups to go through. Like I said, I'm not really getting any other deck until the next set of Aqua Force comes out. So we're going to be doing a lot of play testing with this deck and a lot of applications. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe as usual. I will see you guys in the next video. Aqua Life, baby. You already know what it is. We out.